I regret buying real estate as a first-time home buyer. I regret the property type I bought, that is a townhouse with condo fees. I regret the timing that I bought. I regret not having someone to guide me. I regret holding on to that property for that long, and I even regretted the mortgage I got. So there are so many regrets about that purchase, and there are this regret because if you are new, you have very limited information and very limited insights. Welcome, my name is Conrad. In this video, I'm going to share with you some of the early mistakes that I made when I bought my first property here in Canada. In recent days, I've been watching YouTube videos where people from other parts of Africa, Nigeria, Cameroon, South Africa, even the Caribbean and Asia, they are all talking about regret. People are talking about condos, how it is bad, how the market is crashing. People are afraid the market is crashing. People who were happy, who were excited, people who were worried about fear, people who were for fear of missing out, jump into the market, people who will not listen to any advice, people who will not wait to be guided. And all of these people jump onto the market. Now that the market has changed, everyone is coming and then is saying about they have regretted. Yes, we come here to this country to make our life better. And because of that, that can be a drive that pushes us to take decisions without sitting down and without observing, without even looking for the right professionals. Now, my story began like this. I came here as a graduate student. And as a graduate student, I share an apartment with a friend. And as we were there, he completed his program. And as we were there, we were seeing a lot of people were moving to Alberta. There were a very high vacancy at that time. Oil prices were going up. So people were moving from other parts of the world, other parts of Canada, coming to Alberta. And home prices were going up. Now, at a point, this guy finished graduate school, but was in a university apartment that we were renting, and the school said no, there's no more vacancy, so people are coming, so you need to leave. And he said, you know what, this is the time I need to buy a place. I need to buy my own place. So he bought a place, and I was still a student because he was my senior. So with time, few months, a year, probably a year and a half later, just when I was finishing my program, he sold the place that he bought around $170,000. That was in Edmonton. He sold that for about $300,000, and he used part of the money to buy a bigger place, and he used some to invest back home, buy a property back home. So that was very exciting. And those days, we were just trying to figure out how to get into the market. There were programs, assumable mortgages. There are a whole lot of things happening at that time. And mortgage restrictions, qualifying restrictions were not as stringent as they are today. So I'm finishing my program too. I had a friend who decided to buy a house. He bought, once we finished our program, he got his license as a pharmacist, and immediately his bank approved him. So I asked him, what happened? He said, oh yeah, my bank approved me, Conrad, I'm buying a house. Okay, I said, no problem. Let me know. He bought a house. He bought a townhouse. He invited us. When you look at the place, it was very nice. So as a student, from renting to owning and seeing that home prices were going up, it was very exciting and very, very encouraging. At that time, I said, okay, you know what? If you got your license and you just got qualified and approved, what about me? So he got a townhouse. How much was it? I think about $1,500 a month, I believe. Condo fees about 300 and something. We had no idea what condo fees were. We had no idea what they were used for. But that was the property he bought, and not seeking any professional advice and all of that. We just decided to also buy. And I also got my license a few weeks later, and immediately I said, okay, the one who helped you at the bank, do you know the person? Can you pass the person contact? He passes the contact of the person. I said, okay, how much can I qualify for? So you can qualify for this amount. And those days too, you could get a mortgage for 40-year amortization with zero down, no down payment at all. That was 2007. So I said, okay, yeah, what do I qualify for? But I was very curious because we had online calculators we were using to do the calculation, what one could qualify for. And then I asked, okay, what about the mortgage rates? Fixed rates, variable rates? The person just said, okay, if you want to sleep at night, it's good to go with fixed rates. But then I just felt that, no, I need to understand this better. But I didn't pursue it. I just went and just got that mortgage. So when they gave me the pre-approval, I jumped straight, got into the car. I was posted to Calgary, so I had to come to Calgary. I just used one day. I didn't get any real estate agent to guide me. I booked about 5 places. Each agent who listed the property, they show me the places. They were telling me, you need to have your own realtor. The realtor will guide you, blah, blah, blah. But I made up my mind. Those days, and even as the same trade people exhibit today, when you finish school, you've had several degrees, you have graduate degrees and things like that, you do research on yourself, you feel that, you know what, you know it. So what can this person do for me? This is what I'm looking for. I can find it. I have my eyes. I can find it. So that's what happened. So I found one who looks very nice. Price was okay. So I told the agent that I was interested, and he said, okay, you know what, let's do the paperwork. I had no idea. So we went, and luckily or unluckily, the place where we were signing was a restaurant, and somebody was saying that, oh, you know what, recession is in the US, recession is going to come to Canada. I was asking myself, what is recession? But the agent's answer to that guy was, oh, forget it. Recession is in the US, it's not going to come here. It has nothing to do with Canada. We went ahead and I signed the paperwork and everything. I took possession, moved into the property, and I started enjoying life. I mean, the payment was okay. Mortgage, condo fee was okay. The location was closer to work. So that was it. I had no one take me through the type of properties, whether I could qualify for a semi-detached or properties without condo fees, freehold properties, or no one took me through the communities, the neighborhoods, and all of that. I just did my GPS search at that time to say, okay, this is the distance to work, and that was the property I found. No representation at all, and that realtor double-ended the transaction. But what an area where he could have given an insight in terms of what happens in real estate, the market dynamics and things like that, which I believed he probably knew, because at that time the real estate boards were releasing their data and things like that. The peak of the real estate market was around 2006. So by 2007, the market was stale. The market was peaked, or the market had peaked at that time and was probably slowing down. But yeah, and then recession started coming. The signs were there, but not in every agent, even today, not every agent understands the market dynamics, the factors that affect the price movement, the factors that affect home prices and things like that, the short term, the mid term, and the long term. So I wouldn't blame him for that, but I blame myself, and I regretted taking that decision and buying that property. Now, for the rest of the story, I will tell you about what happened with the property over the years, how mortgage payments, how we had to break the mortgage and he saved us $32,000, and how I had to join a real estate investment group just so I get to understand how to invest in real estate, and all that I learned, and quickly had to break the mortgage, and it cost us $4,200 in penalties. But then it saved us about $32,000 over the remainder of the term. And how some of my friends at that time, especially even the one that encouraged us, who was more like an inspiration that we got and bought, he also could not break his mortgage, so he had to pay that. Interest rate then were around 5.5. So he had to 5.5 for 5-year fix at that time. So he had to hold on to that. He couldn't break because the penalty to break the mortgage at that time was very high. But we broke very early. with very low penalty, and then it saves us over the remainder of the term. And yeah, so that is my story. So I regret that. There's several regrets, and these regrets to have taught me lessons, and these lessons are applied to anyone who is a first-time buyer, who is getting to the real estate market, and who has questions about the market and all of that. So I will continue my story in my next video and my future videos. So if you are here, if you need any more information, or you can just put in the description, reach out to me in the description, or you can just put in the description real estate, and then I'll comment real estate, and I will send you some of my regrets and then the lessons I've learned from them. Well, the name is Conrad. I'm a real estate agent and a mortgage broker here in Calgary, helping newcomers settled and achieve their dream of home ownership and build wealth through real estate. If this video helps you, please subscribe, like and subscribe, and share with friends, so that I can provide more information on the real estate market to you. Have a beautiful day. Bye.